With Mike Riley, I know, it's kind of open-ended, but is there any way you can tell us where he is on his road to recovery right now?
Things are going well. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Because, he hasn't really practiced with the team. If we had a regular practice, he probably would not be on the ice, but because it was an option also that he went on the ice. But I'm sure we'll know more, but it's progressing very well.
What can you say about his character and just how inspiring it is to see him take these steps forward?
Yeah, it is very inspiring. From the moment that he got hurt in Buffalo to today, I'm sure, he went through a lot, and it's nice to see him that he wants to, continue and he wants to come back. A lot of us probably would have a heart problem, would have probably think otherwise, but it's the beauty of our sports. I'm looking at Letang in Pittsburgh, I'm looking at him. These guys love the game, they're passionate about the game, and it's nice to see that.
He hasn't been cleared for contact. Contact yet.
Exactly.
Are you expecting both Bullock and Mayfield
Yes.
tonight?
Yes, they felt good this morning. They'll play tonight, and Bovis won't play.
How are you, I guess, envisioning handling the defense core in terms of, you've got a lot of options now, just in terms of who's going to sit, is there going to be any kind of rotation or,
It's hard for me to answer today because we'll evaluate those situations when they happen. As of now, we made a decision that not play Bovis, but we'll see after tonight's game how it goes, and we'll make more decisions. But as of now, we don't have to make those decisions. So when Noah comes back, we'll make another decision. Especially the way things went all year long. We don't even know if we're going to have that conversation tomorrow, correct?
yeah, well, that's perfect.
If it comes to it, though, would you be comfortable with 4 right-handers in the lineup?
It's hard to speculate right now, quite honestly. We'll deal with it. If we have 4 right, we'll have 4 right. It's the urgency for our team is to find a way to win hockey games, and tonight it's one of them.
You've seen, the league comes back yesterday, and it was kind of all over the board in terms of what the results are. Did you see any trends as to which teams came back strongly, which teams kind of struggled out of the gate?
Too early, I think.
Yeah.
Too early. First of all, with all the emotions that the guys who were in that final for Canada or for the U.S., it must have been like a different, challenge for them to go back and play their regular game. Example, usually I watch more the game from Jersey and Dallas because we're playing Dallas tonight. But, it was probably tough for Arley or for Hughes to go from that high to back to, but they seem to do well. They both played really strong games. And they were really good. I assume that the body could do a lot. It's the mind that you need to convince, and I think they did a good job to convince their mind that they could perform at that level.
After 2 weeks with no games, do you sense your group is hungry
Yes.
to get back at it?
Well, not just hungry. I think it's time for us to play. It was nice to have those practices, but now it's time to play. I'm not saying it gets old, but you want to play. We're excited about this, and we know that this. If you watch the standing, it's tight, and teams yesterday, Philly won, Montreal won, Columbus won, and then teams picked up points. So I think it's gonna be a battle du jour till the end, isn't it?
With Dallas, they played yesterday. You guys obviously had a lot. From your perspective, is there more advantage, disadvantage, or mixed not having your legs think?
Yeah, you're asking that question to the wrong guy, because over my career and since I've been coaching, there's nights where I thought we were going to win because they've been tired, and it wasn't the case. So the game is on 200 feet by 80, and we have to be ready for it, and we have to have a good start. We might be a little more rusty than they are because they played yesterday and we haven't touched the ice, but it doesn't matter. We have to we have to be ready when the puck drop.
Over the 4 days of these practices, did you get any advance work done? Because I'm assuming with 6 games in 10 days, you're not going to have a lot of practice.
No. Now, what we try to do is touch the points that we think we could improve. There's always something you want to get better at in the course of the season, and during this week we work a lot on our tracking and continue to work on our D zone. So our tracking back in D zone was probably the 2 keys for us, making sure that we're doing a good job, identified who is the late guy, and on and on. So I thought we had 3 good practice in that regard.
As a goalie, just how tough is it to have 2 weeks off? Like, how do you stay fresh?
Again, you're asking the wrong guy. I mean, I love have days off. I mean, but when I go in, I think every goalie, they try to stay in the moment. You know, you don't try to overthink. I mean, am I tired? Am I not tired? No, just go out there and focus on making one save at a time. And it's short term. I mean, and I'm sure it's going to be that case for Ilya. He's going to go out there and he's going to be focused on making that first save and build from that, you know. And I think that's what I was trying to do. So I never really thought that, oh my God, I have 2 weeks or I play 3 games in 4 nights. I mean, I didn't care, and I always try to embrace those challenges, and I'm sure Ilya will do the same.